on Facebook.
All right, here we go.
Good to go.
Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Get Real with Real Estate with RE/MAX Results, Jameson Melbye. This is Jack Colwell. Today I'm kind of like a facilitator, if not ringleader, but Jameson, we have a special guest lined up for our extravaganza today, so fill us in.
Yeah, so again, Jameson Melbye here with RE/MAX Results, and I know that you guys get sick of me week in, week out, so I figured I'd bring a guest. This is Becky Smythers with BMO Harris. She is a loan officer extraordinaire, and I will let Becky tell you a little bit about herself.
Okay, well, that can't possibly be true. Jameson, I watch your shows. They're awesome, so
Cool.
learn lots of stuff. Yeah, I've been with BMO Harris Bank for 3.5 years now, kind of in all different areas. I've been in the banking industry for almost 7 years now, and have a ton of experience when it comes to real estate. I love to buy houses. Jameson could vouch for that. But no, definitely a passion for the real estate and mortgage industry, so I'm really happy to be in a mortgage banker role now. I do office out of Woodbury, but what's awesome about my job is that I'm portable, so I have a laptop and I can meet people anywhere at any time, which is so important the way the market is now. So.
Yeah, definitely. Real estate is a lot more mobile than it was.
It's
Yes.
2017, so we have to keep up with the times, right?
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
It's not just a briefcase and traveling from a house to a house, I guess. It's much more than that, certainly.
Right.
Or
right.
9 to 5.
Yes.
You just can't do it.
Right, much more. Yeah, very much so.
So, I guess one of the things I want to talk about, a common question I always hear is how much money do I need to buy a house, right? So I typically say $1,500, but what do you think?
You do not say that.
If they're doing USDA,
Solid.
earnest money, right? Zero down.
Okay.
So zero down, and then you have your earnest money,
Yep.
appraisal,
Okay.
and then home inspection if need be. And then we have the seller pay the closing costs,
Okay.
$1,500.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
So, I mean, you can vouch for this, but people are not getting one offer and then having time to review it. They're getting multiple offers. So the more attractive your offer is, the better. I would say yes, that's still possible. $1,500. I mean, that's a very small amount, but there are still loan options that will help, especially depends on where you are geographically. There's a lot of different programs that will offer you grants for your down payment, so that's still an option for sure. But gosh, when you're buying a house, if you can put 20% down and avoid that PMI, it's kind of your best option. If you can't, like I said, still a bunch of great options, grants out there. So I don't know. I mean, $1,500 seems a little low to me.
Well, that's the minimum, I
Right.
would say. And,
Yes.
community dependent, because your, Woodbury won't work for USDA.
Yes. Correct.
So VA would be the only option. But yes, I echo that. 20% down if you can. Perfect. That's what our grandparents did when they bought houses.
Yes.
They saved their money,
At least.
put 20% down. It's not as common anymore.
Well, then you're really investing in your property as well, and you're buying with equity, which is always the best option.
Yeah, definitely.
So the more you can put down too, the lower your payments will be.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So
Boy, it's amazing how I've figured that out after buying 4 houses. So
It only took 4.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Actually, I probably knew it right off the bat, but when you're younger, you don't have as much money, and then, of course, as you get older, hopefully it improves, so I'm still waiting for that, but anyway.
yeah, that's always good.
We'll get there.
So what's your favorite loan program then?
It's hard
I know
to
what mine is. So I don't know what yours is.
I mean, I always like to go conventional just because it's an easier process typically. But like I said, there's a ton of great FHA programs, and even for like first-time home buyers, ton of great options. And like I said, there's a bunch of grants and programs out there. So it really depends where you're looking. If you're a first-time home buyer, and really we have loans that fit everyone, so it just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. What's hard for the loan officer is you don't see the houses.
Correct.
So the condition, and the reason why I too like conventional is that if somebody's putting 20% down, your condition of the house can be, if you're looking for a fixer-upper, that's the loan for you, because FHA, USDA, VA, they all want the houses in move-in condition, so 20% down conventional is great. Does BMO participate with the FHA renovation loans? I know it's not common anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Okay,
We
it's a
don't
very
offer that.
involved loan, very hard to do, so yeah, 20% down conventional is good.
Yes.
We have about a minute left in this segment, Jameson, if you want to touch upon something else.
Yeah, so what are you seeing between Red Wing and the Twin Cities? Because there's big differences there in the way the markets are acting.
I mean, I'd say yes and no. Some common threads I'm seeing is price points. So if you're looking anywhere from 180 to, I'd say, up to 300,000, those houses are flying off the shelves. So I went to a couple of open houses last weekend. I went to one that was priced at 220, and I was one of the first 2 people there, and she said they already accepted an offer. So, I mean, they're flying off the shelves in those price points. I know particularly, I live in Red Wing, and one of my neighbors listed their house, and the sold sign, I swear, just went up with the sign. So, depends where you are, they're kind of flying. I kind of specialize in the South Metro, so I cover a lot of Hastings, Cottage Grove, Red Wing area. And like I said, that's the most common thread is if you're in that price point, a lot of people have pre-approvals for that amount. So I would say be aggressive with your offers. Anything over that, you might be looking at a couple weeks on the market, but everything's moving pretty quick.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. Hey, we'll take a break. Back with part 2 of Get Real with Real Estate with RE/MAX Results. Jameson Melbye in a moment here on Classic Hits, KWNG 106.
Sounds good. Feeling good?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna just edit this if you don't mind, Jameson, quick, and then we'll be back with part 2. It'll help me out with.
Do you know Andrea?
Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She lives a block away from you.
I'll tell you offhand.
Okay.
It was sold as a buyer.
Oh, gotcha.
Sold on that. So that's why the sold sign went up with the sign.
There we go.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Darren, Sam, how's it going? Hi. We have 2 viewers live. We're just on break until Jack.
Yes, we're at
fires
the
back up.
we're at the half right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I should have put my phone up though.
Right.
So today, or when this show airs, it will actually be airing on the 17th, right? Which is Saturday.
Saturday. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So this is June 17th. So
Talking back, I'll ask about grants.
okay. So
I don't get it.
I'll make sure it's into the system, and then we'll go with part 2 here.
Right.
Let me see. All right. Okay. I'm ready for part 2 coming up here.
Cool.
Get our theme music going. And
Is it Eye of the Tiger?
no, it's
I wish.
it's just
It's copyright-free music.
yes, it's copyright free. Yes,
I know.
it's music library stuff. So
Yeah. Otherwise, there'd be
Take
some
what you
Mario
can.
Speedway again. Or
Right.
something.
yes, yes. Okay.
Don't stop believing.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Back with part 2 of Get Real with Real Estate for this Saturday in front of Father's Day. I want to wish all the dads happy Father's Day tomorrow. RE/MAX Results, Jameson Melbye. I'm Jack Colwell, and Jameson has joined me. We're back with part 2, and Jameson, we've learned a lot in part 1 here. Let's continue onward and upward.
Yeah, thanks. So again, we're here with Becky Smythers with BMO Harris Bank, and one thing she was talking about are grants for people that don't have, a full down payment. So I'm curious what programs are available, and can you explain a little more about how those work?
Yeah, so I mean, it's very dependent on where you're looking for a home and what you qualify for. So we kind of look at what the smallest amount down is, like 3.5% is what you hear typically. But what's super awesome is there are some grants and programs out there that will give you a grant for $1,500, so there's half of it. And then there's some programs out there that will give you the full amount. So you're literally going to closing with 0, which is amazing. Again, dependent on where you're looking at buying your home and what you qualify for. FHA has some really flexible guidelines as well. I know a lot of people tell you to have a 2-year employment history and 2-year address history. FHA is a lot more flexible with those things, which is the same program that can offer the grants.
Yeah, definitely. And people ask a lot, why should I go with a certain loan program? Which one makes, more sense? And I say it's always such an individual thing because it depends on, like you said, credit score, work history, and FHA seems to be more flexible.
Yeah.
With people that have unique situations, so that's good. If somebody wants to get pre-approved, what process do they have to go through with you to get that done?
Yeah, so the pre-approval process is super easy, and like I said, what's awesome about me living in Red Wing and working in Woodbury is I'm super portable, so I meet people wherever they need me to be. So whether it's going to their office or needing to meet at Caribou, which I'm there all the time anyways, I'm there. I have my computer, and a pre-approval process is super duper easy. So it's really like a 30 to 40 minute process, and I don't even need to collect docs at that point. So
Okay.
Get you a letter, get that to your realtor, and get shopping.
Awesome, that's good. The thing is, people ask too, like, do I need a pre-approval before I look at houses? And I say, absolutely. I mean, you want to know that you can get that house, because why, if you're going to go car shopping, why would you go car shopping if you can't actually buy the car?
Right.
So the same thought process applies. So I guess another question would be, the down payment. So somebody doesn't have, let's say, they want to buy a house, but they don't have a down payment. So then it would be either VA or USDA, and then they'd have to look in the smaller towns.
Correct.
I have people that want to buy in Hastings, and I tell them they have to look in Cannon Falls, Red Wing, if they're doing the 0 down USDA, because that doesn't, work in the bigger communities like Woodbury, unfortunately.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of things to keep in mind is that your down payment can come from a lot of different sources. So we talked about grants, right? There are a ton of things out there. And also your down payment can be gifted. So if you have grandparents or family members that, maybe at the end of the year typically will write a check to you, because sometimes they will do that to write it off on their taxes. Maybe ask if they can do that where it works for you when you're buying a home. And then all we really need is a gift letter that just says you don't have to pay those funds back. So just think of things like that. Some people, which I don't really suggest, but will take a loan out of their 401k. So it's not always liquid. Just think about all the different options you have.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing, if somebody has, let's say, they know that they have less than perfect credit, because I hear that too. They say, well, they don't really want to talk about it, and they say they can't buy a house. What are some tips you could give them to put themselves in a position maybe a year or two down the road?
Yeah, okay, so credit score, I love talking about this. So conventional does require a little bit higher of a credit score, FHA a little bit lower, but you're still looking at least at, the low 600s to mid 600s. If you're not there, first of all, knowledge is power. Know where your score is. There are so many great options to look at where your credit is at, and you get free annual reports, which is amazing. Something very unique that BMO Harris offers is what's called a credit builder loan. So a lot of people will say, get a small credit card and put something on that and pay it off right away. And yes, that does help. It's a similar, except for basically we're taking out a loan on a CD and you're getting the interest payments, and at the end of the loan you actually get that lump sum of money, which also helps with your down payment. So
Nice.
Really unique
Nice.
loan, and you're making those payments, which is increasing your credit score, and I've seen it improve someone's score within 6 months.
Well, you'll have to give me some literature
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty
absolutely.
good. That sounds pretty good. I mean, the thing is, like, there's a financial advisor I know, Tom Graff, how's it going? He talks about, doing things for your future self. And, people say, well, I can't buy a house right now. I'm like, well, that's fine, but what about your future self?
Right.
2 years from now, would you be happy that you took the steps now necessary to be able to buy in 2 years? So it seems daunting, but, working with somebody good to help, build your credit, save some money when building credit, that's a pretty good deal there.
We have about 90 seconds left, Jameson, in this second segment.
90 seconds.
90
sounds
seconds.
Good. So, people know, to reach me online, I talk about Facebook, Remax Results, Jameson Melbye Real Estate. You can find me on the web, jamesonmelbye.com. My cell phone number is 651-764-8933. And Becky, how can people best reach you?
Yeah, so I have a mobile number that I use and can be contacted on 24/7. That's 651-675-9612. Otherwise, you can email me. I'm constantly on my laptop, rebecca.smithers@bmo.com. And my work number is 651-702-7331.
Awesome, sounds good. I think if you are looking to buy a house, that you're in good hands with either of us.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jack.
You bet. And again, to dads, a happy Father's Day weekend to you. That's it for this edition of Get Real with Real Estate with Remax Results. Jameson Melbye, Action Jack Colwell for Jameson and Becky saying so long. We'll see you again next week at this same time here on KWNG 106.
Excellent.
Boom.